Hi, welcome to this video about ghost notes. My name is Agustin and I would like to share with you what I know about it. First of all, so what are the ghost notes? We have two explanations, like the fantasy one and the technical one. The ghost notes, and they have this name because they are notes that you can hear but you cannot see, like a ghost, let's say. But actually you can see them, and that's where the technical aspect comes. Technically, they are notes that you play considerably softer as an accent note. Let's take as a parameter, not as a rule, that you play these ghost notes 2-3 centimeters away from the head. So now, what are they for? Actually, we can add musical information to our groove when we play the snare drum with different volumes. And we can make a difference between which notes we want to accent and which notes we don't want to. And actually, this is my personal point of view. If we add more rhythmical information to the groove, let's say if we have a groove with 8 notes and then we add ghost notes as 16th notes, we add rhythmical information and we make the groove rounder. I give you an example. I play 4 bars of a groove without ghost notes and then I'm going to add them. So now that we know what are they and what effect can we create with them, now we can start making choices when we play a groove. So let's say we have a groove with a couple of snare drums, we can start playing some of them as an accent and some of them as ghost notes. I'll give you an example. So now that we know what are they, what can we do with them, and we heard an example with ghost notes and without ghost notes, now we come to the question, how do we work on them? So the first thing of all, just play them. And with this easy thing, I mean, make this decision. Just take a groove, pick some notes from this groove and play them as ghost notes and try to explore what kind of feelings and what kind of vibe you can bring to the music by adding these notes there. How do I improve them? And I came up with this exercise a couple of years ago and I called it Ghost Note FatBack. It was inspired in the exercise from Gary Chaffee called FatBack. It's about mixing the 16th note grouping. So let's take quarter notes and I make a 2-beat bar and I play on the snare drum 16th note and I play every note as ghost note, but I play an accent on the second beat, the back beat. And then with the bass drum, I play all the different groupings, 2, 3, 4 bars of each combination. I'm not going to play all of them, but I give you an example of a couple. And so on till we play all the grouping. Then we move to the next grouping with a hi-hat. Let's say the second 16th note. That would be 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I play all the different 16th note groupings with the bass drum. and so on till we play all the combinations with the bass drum. Let's say we play this exercise on the hi-hat with all the groupings, also with the bass drum, but the reality is that when we play a song, we use the hi-hat as well as the ride. So we can start working a little bit on our independence by playing the same exercise again, but we press the hi-hat on the quarter note. And so on till you play all the 16th note groupings with the bass drum. And then you move to the next grouping on the right cymbal. Let's take now, for example, first and second 16th note. That will be beep-ba, beep-ba. And so on till you play all the combinations and all the groupings with the bass drum. Sorry, I want to make an emphasis on something. It's about the ghost note. It's about not the independence. It's about to improve the ghost note. Now, the next level or the last level of the exercise, at least for now. So we take the same model about playing a steady groove with the hi-hat and the snare drum, and then we read with the bass drum. And I mean, we can take a snare drum lesson. I like the syncopation because it's a book that I know. You can take another one if you want. And then I play the basses here on the hi-hat and the snare, and I read with the bass drum. So the first two parts of the syncopation, of the lesson one of the syncopation, go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. I convert them to 16th notes. 1, 2, beep, beep, da, da, beep, beep, da, da. And I read this groove with the bass drum while I play our combinations with the hi-hat and the snare drum. Let's take first 3/16 notes, and I play the ghost notes with an accent on the second beat on the snare. The back beat will be like this. And then I read with the bass drum this snare drum reading from the syncopation. Only the first two parts. I'm not going to read everything. Part for part. And so on till we read the whole page. Again, using the same model as before, when we play a song, we do not play the whole section, the hi-hat with the same groove. Perhaps we make a fill and then we go to a right cymbal or to a cowbell or a good note. I'm going to play exactly the same ostinato here on my right cymbal, but I'm going to press the hi-hat on the quarter note. That will be long story short. So we talk about what are the ghost notes, how do we play them, which effect they bring to the music, and we display a couple of possibilities to work on them. So if you make it till here, thank you for watching, and I really hope this exercise helps you as well as helps me. Till next time, bye.